Hot dog, got problems. Oh, Mouse Roadhouse. I'll be right back. Yes, Dad. Hey, Azure. Nice to see you, man. Been a while, my friend. How have you been? Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm doing all right, man. Just biding time till I get my new computer later this month, hopefully. Been testing out some different distros and stuff. Trying to find whatever I want to put on the next rig. Hello, MX. Nice to see you. I'm trying to. I think I want to play some more itch.io games. We're gonna skip to the end tonight. But we'll see. Yeah, MX. Well, I'm testing a distro I've tested before. I usually test like the same set of them. When updates and stuff come out. So tonight I'm using Ubuntu. Since 590 dropped, which is awesome. Any bias pick? I've got a couple options, Azure, to be totally honest with you. I really love Linux Mint. Everything good about Ubuntu, but without snaps. However, Linux Mint doesn't have a stable Wayland session yet, which is the one thing that holds me back from wanting to main that. I think Fedora Kino Lite, which is immutable Fedora KDE, is awesome, but more hardware specific when it comes to compatibility. I think Arch Linux is amazing, but a little too buggy for my taste. I've been having so many issues with that. Like recently with the latest update, now my network card is so slow, it's mind-boggling. Like it took me hours just to install Flatpaks, and that wasn't the case before. And I tested that in Endeavor also, and since Endeavor and Vanilla Arch are so similar, it makes sense that the download stuff would be all messed up in there too. I think Ubuntu itself, if you don't mind snaps, is a great distro. I think Endeavor is great, but like I said, it's basically just Vanilla Arch with the graphical installer. But I usually keep it in that kind of range, and I have absolutely no idea MX. The thing is, I don't use it over Wi-Fi for the most part. I usually USB tether. And yet both of them were the same speed, whatever was causing that bug. And of course, I tested in Ubuntu, and it's not happening at all. My flat packs are downloading. Let's do the math here. 10, 20. They were downloading 40 times faster in Ubuntu than they were in Arch. But yeah, we're just testing this. I just want whatever I install on my next computer to have an up-to-date NVIDIA driver, to be stable and have good software support. I would use Pop OS if it wasn't so damn buggy with NVIDIA cards and dual screen setup, specifically the mixture of both. But since it's not there, you know, I'm going to take another look at Pop when 2604 comes out for sure. And I actually typed out an Ubuntu config that I'm going to put in the Discord server. So this is my entire setup. Basically install it, clean install without all the tools. So you basically do what is equivalent to minimal install. You run the software updater or sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade -y, update your system. I update these snaps that are pre-included, so that's Firefox and a couple of system snaps. And then I don't use snaps at all after that. Then we install ZRAM generator, so that's sudo apt install system d ZRAM generator. And then we got setting the window timeout to something reasonable, because GNOME will tell you that your window's not responding, even nothing is wrong with it, which is really annoying. Anybody that's ever used GNOME, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a huge pain in the ass. Other than that, we disable app port because it's also annoying. Hello, Linux Gamer. Nice to see you. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. You basically just edit a config and type in one setting to get rid of those. There are only two annoying things, in my opinion. And we've got how to install Brave, anti-CLI, Moldad, set up Flatpak, all the apps that I use, BTOP, FastFetch, Unrar, 7-Zip, Fish, NVTOP. We've got our Flatpaks listed here. Have our FastFetch --gen -config to edit FastFetch. And then we've got our terminal set up. And of course, we've got our aliases and stuff set up in here. The only thing I don't like about GNOME, very true, Azure. Hello, Arturo. Nice to see you again, brother. Let's open up BTOP. You guys can see that my system is being absolutely bored right now. Steam shader caching to this very day is such a bitch. This reason alone is one of the reasons I want to get a new rig. I need a CPU that can chew through shaders without it making my computer an unresponsive mess. But yeah, those are the apps that I use. BTOP is my system monitor. I have Dolphin and RPCS3 as my emulators. Flat Sulfur Flatpak permissions. Free Download Manager as a download and torrent solution. Bluetooth as a secondary UMU front end for the scripts that it provides. So we've got Moldad for a VPN. Sober for whenever I want to play shitty Roblox horror games. Upskill for AI image upscaling, which is amazing. Proton Plus, of course, great tool. And I tried something a little bit different. So I installed Steam System Package, the .deb, which is what I usually do. And I will say there is a bug in Steam System Package in GNOME. And it happened in Ubuntu, and it happened also in Arch, vanilla Arch with GNOME. So it's not specific. And I think it has something to do with the Optimus setup. So it is annoying. But basically, you will click on... Yep, thank you very much, Arturo. Do any time now, man. Sometime in the next 3 weeks. Roughly, something like that. But yeah, there's like a bug in Steam where you'll right click, like say you want to click the properties of a game, you'll click properties and it'll just click right through it and the menu will disappear. Kind of annoying, but no big deal. I tested the Flatpak for like 2 minutes to see if the issue was fixed and it wasn't. So something that's GNOME related. That's the only thing that I've noticed though. Other than that, Ubuntu does have one thing over everything but pop, uh, and that is that in like Arch, Endeavor, Garuda, all those distros, Fedora, there's no context menu to use NVIDIA Prime commands. So, for instance, say I wanted to launch Minecraft or Prism Launcher with my NVIDIA GPU. Well, in other distros, I would have to type in prime run space flatpak run and then the flatpak app identifier, that being in here somewhere, Prism Launcher. So org.prism launcher. It was so bad that I even created aliases for it. So I go to home no viewers fish. I can cat this config.fish. I had aliases in here, so MC for Minecraft and RB for Roblox, that would launch them on the NVIDIA card. And you just simply accomplish launching on the NVIDIA card through the terminal with prime run. So NVIDIA Prime is the package name, prime run is the command. But Ubuntu and Pop have this nifty little feature. Launch using discrete graphics card, which saves a lot of time. So as a user, that's just a really nice quality of life change because I don't have to open up my terminal, set aliases, and type in commands to get a game to launch on the right GPU. Ubuntu already manages it properly anyway. So we type in NS for NVIDIA SMI. You can see that it's already running Steam. It's running GNOME, Steam Web Helper, all the fossilized replays on the NVIDIA GPU and not the Intel one, which is good. So yeah, that is one thing I like about Pop and Ubuntu. Now, the only thing about Ubuntu that I don't like, and this happens in, like I said, Arch, GNOME as well, is the terminal can be kind of glitchy sometimes, I've noticed. It's a little weird, but you'll like see flashing sometimes. I think it has something else to do with the Optimus stuff, but another one of those things that I'm just gonna blame it on the weird dual GPU setup. And as I just showed here, in VTOP, so we are using two GPUs, device 0 and then GPU 1. So this is actually the GPU that I'm rendering the stream on, and then this is the NVIDIA GPU that's only being utilized because it's running some processes on it. But yeah, it's interesting. Sure. Does that mean Mint has the driver as well in their repositories? No, I don't think so. It's totally possible, but here's the thing. It just dropped, so here, let me rephrase that. I haven't tested Mint except for before the driver dropped. I know that Mint has the Ubuntu drivers in its repository, and Mint did have 580 proprietary and 580 open kernel module. So there is a good chance that 590 has been accepted in the driver manager. Now, if it doesn't show up in the driver manager, which when I say I don't think so, that's what I mean, is the driver manager only shows you specific drivers. I do believe you could definitely type in sudo apt install nvidia-driver-590 in Linux Mint and pull the driver that way. But I don't think the graphical front end would show it right. But I have to say, I'm just really enjoying this. Like, I haven't used Ubuntu for a very long time, in a long time. It's just a very premium feeling experience. It feels like a complete package to me. I don't have to customize or mess with it, and I really like that. And I've been messing with Arch for months now, and sometimes it's just nice to boot into a distro that's a little more streamlined and designed to be used differently. We do have some stuff we can try here. We got the skin stapler on my way home. Evening coffee. Don't sleep or call to summon. Let's try evening coffee. Hold on, let's go ahead and open up in a new tab. And we got our itch.io games here, and then we got this, and we can come over here to this, and then we can come over here to this, and we come over here to this. Bam. One thing I would like to change is I don't like double clicking to open stuff. So I do need to figure out how to switch that to single click, because man, I'm not a big fan of that. We've got eveningcopy.exe, Control-C. But yeah, so far in the running for the new computer, assuming that I am actually able to get it by the end of the month. Right now, it's really up between Arch and Ubuntu. I'm not interested in Fedora anymore. I'm not really interested in Endeavor because I can just set up a vanilla Arch perfectly like I want it. And Pop! OS just isn't ready yet for the NVIDIA support. So I fully intend on using 2 screens, and that breaks Pop's compositor, or Cosmic's compositor, I should say, which really sucks. I have tried Kubuntu Arturo, yes sir. Alright, let's see. Heroic, HIO, Windows, Evening Coffee, eveningcoffee.exe. But here's what I'll say. I don't like that snap installs replaced app install commands. I think that's super gay. But the truth is, as a user, I have control over how I use my computer, and I just don't have to do that. So I'm not going to go drop $1,200 on a new computer to have to fight with it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to install something on it and then not be pulling my hair out for the next 2 or 3 weeks trying to find something that works better. So, for the past week or two, I've been testing a handful of the same distros in different use case environments to try to see which one had the most functionality out of the box or was the least problematic after a couple days, stuff like that. And it's either something Ubuntu based or it's Arch. And I've had Arch break on me like 5 fucking times. Oh yeah, there's absolutely a way to disable Snap. It's not difficult at all. My belief when it comes to snaps is I don't care if there's a couple installed out of the box, but I don't want to install any more. So I'll keep the Firefox snap and the couple system snaps that it installs. I just don't really feel the need to uninstall it because I know how to avoid installing snaps entirely. But that's pretty much it. I mean, Firefox and like I think the App Center and there's a couple system snaps. That's it. It's interesting. Here's the thing, Azure. I hate distro hopping. Trust me, I don't enjoy it, which is why I have 2 drives specifically for this situation, so I can test different distros on one drive, and then I can have my main OS on another drive. But it seems like every other week there's fucking something else in Arch that stops working for me, and it just gets aggravating. And like I said, if Pop didn't have broken NVIDIA experience, hands down, that would be my main. Absolutely. Pop was my favorite distro for so many years. It was my favorite distro before Mint was. It's just got some really bad cosmic compositor issues with NVIDIA cards, and I'm probably going to end up with an NVIDIA computer. And as far as the computer goes, Linux Gamer, I basically got 2 options that I'm interested in. I have one is a laptop because I might be moving here in a couple months, and I'm going to need something that I can take into intermediary places until I find a place to live. And something that's portable, which is why I'm leaning towards that. But the laptop and there's a desktop that are similarly spec'd, but the laptop has a better CPU in it, faster memory, and better storage, and it also has everything else, like a 185 hertz OLED 2560 by 1600 display. It's awesome, and it's a Lenovo. So that computer's really good. And then there's a desktop version that's got a worse CPU in it, but it has the ability to be upgraded in the future, you know? But the problem is, if I knew that I was going to be living here in a year, I would get the desktop hands down. But I don't know that, and I'll have a million more opportunities to get another computer in the future. So what I thought about doing is you can get a really good functional GPU dock for like $100. The laptop has a 5060 in it anyway, so does the desktop, because that's my price range. That's about all I can really afford. So when the 5068 gig becomes unusable for me, which shouldn't happen for a while because everything I play runs fine on 8 gigs, then I could just theoretically get a GPU dock, upgrade the memory in that thing, and go get like an Intel Arc B580 with 12 gigs of VRAM and just use it that way, convert it into a desktop. But that's not really a concern for a while, because with that fast memory, like 5800 megahertz DDR5, with an SSD like that, with DLSS and with FrameGen, and the fact that you can get just about any modern game to below an 8 gigabyte VRAM limitation by simply turning down textures and shadows. Since I play everything at 1080p anyway, I don't see a difference between medium and high. So it doesn't make sense. Like, if I ever ran into that situation, which is only a handful of games that's ever happened to me on, and they're really terribly optimized games like Stalker 2 and The Last of Us Part 1, that's literally it. The only games that I ever ran out of VRAM for. And I was able to play them flawlessly by just turning down textures first. If that doesn't fix it, then shadows is usually enough to get you under it. But that computer should be a 1080p medium gaming beast for a couple years at least. All right, let's check out Evening Coffee. This is gonna have to build a shader, or not a shader cache. This is gonna have to build a prefix. So it might take it a minute. Oh, but Arturo, I still gotta say, I am actually still going to, I'm still gonna test out Gen 2 for sure. So whenever you've got a little bit of time, man, you could take maybe a couple days where you're able to access the stream. When I get to that, I'd love to sit down with you and kind of show me the ropes, because ultimately, here's where I'd like to end up. It's either Ubuntu or Arch until summertime. But when May hits, Pop 2604 comes out. And if that fixes the NVIDIA bug, that's probably what I would install in main. If that doesn't happen, then Linux Mint 23 comes out this summer and is slated to have a stable Wayland session, which is the only reservation I have about using Mint, right? So the truth of the matter is, as many of you know, Linux Mint is like my top tier. If Linux Mint gets a good Wayland session, I'm probably just going to install and use Linux Mint. Like, I'm comfortable with fucking Ubuntu. Linux Mint has got the Ubuntu base. It's got all the same compatibility, and I think it's just a better distro. It just needs that Wayland session. That's it. But if that's not the case, then I have no interest in Catchy. I've used it multiple times. Didn't really like it. I love Endeavor, but Endeavor's just vanilla Arch with a graphical installer and some packages pre-installed. Garuda's a little too much for me. I used to really like Garuda. It's a little too flashy, a little too much stuff for me. But I think it's definitely the most user-friendly Arch distro out of the box. But eventually, I would like to either end up on NixOS or something that's totally immutable like that, or I would love to make like a Gen 2 install work, at least to mess around with and have fun, you know? Hello, what do you need? Oh shit, Peggy, I'm using it. Go see if mommy's phone is over there. You can use hers. I think a distribution kernel with your favorite D is a good start. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Whatever gets that computer up and running the quickest is what I'm going to install on it. But I'm just saying that by the time May and June come around, the distros that I really want to use are going to be updated and hopefully fixed, you know? Because I'm a huge Linux Mint fan. I love Linux Mint. Latu, nice to see you again, my friend. Make sure you connect it to your TV. Okay, hurry up. Yeah, I would never be interested in making my own immutable distro. I think NixOS is like the pinnacle of what a good immutable distro is. And NixOS just infinitely fascinates me. So NixOS and Gen 2 both tickle that part of my brain that makes me want to learn more about Linux, you know? but that's not necessarily what I need. So I'm always going to have a second drive for testing distros. I'm going to keep something stable and functional on my main drive, and then I'm always going to have a second drive to test other distros on, to play with stuff on. And Gentoo is just really awesome. I know it's overly complicated for the average user, for sure. There's a lot of extra steps to do certain things, but you can streamline that from what I've heard. And it's just an interesting experience. It would be something that would be fun to learn. Similar to the way that NixOS is something that you configure from the ground up and then you build it and it's deployable and it's replicatable. Yeah, I'm a fanboy, I'll tell you. I think Linux Mint, if it had a Wayland session, would be one of the greatest pieces of software ever created. One of the only operating systems I ever used that felt like it was truly designed to be used by a user. Something that doesn't go out of its way to piss me off. Something that literally says, here, use your computer, have a good time. Tried to make it as easy and accessible to you as possible. You got a great base, excellent documentation, excellent software support, a great dev team. It's not full of political affiliations or things that you wouldn't want to see in your distro. It is just a piece of software that is designed to be used. The only thing it's lacking in my opinion, my personal use case, is not having a stable Wayland session. That is literally it. Linux Mint gave me by far the best experience I've ever had on a computer in my entire life. And I've been using computers for 14 years. And I've never had, like, I just had, like, weeks of like, pure bliss using Linux Mint back in 2024. Like, the best time ever. I never felt that way using a computer before. Oh, and I want to test Arctics also. Thank you, baby. Hug. Love you. But yeah. Hey, you know what? I respect certain things about Windows. It sucks that what used to be a good operating system is being ruined by the company that makes it. Could you imagine if Microsoft, and they'll never do this, right, because there's no money to be made, but if they ever did like a fucking 180 and just made Windows good again, removed the AI bullshit, removed the telemetry, gave you the option to clean install without Microsoft Edge and all their doo-doo ball software. It's never going to happen. That would be pretty cray-cray. Yeah, like I said, Arturo, well, I'm going to start learning it in a VM first, of course. I'm not going to just, like, straight up install it on a computer, but for sure, man, you got some time, hit me up, and if I'm available, we'll sit down and we'll start looking at it. That's also how I started learning NixOS. I think it's just a pretty suitable way to kind of dip your toes into an OS you're not very familiar with, you know? Run inside and run inside. Oh gosh. I already don't like where this is heading. And I was going to use this laptop as a test bed, but I decided a couple weeks ago that when I get my new computer, I'm giving this one to my wife. And she wants, I'm sure she would want Windows on it because the only game she really would play is Call of Duty, so I'll probably just do a clean install of Windows 11 with all the bad stuff pulled out of it and set it up for her there, plug it up to a fucking monitor for her. Except CE4 is pretty good, but hey. I wouldn't install LTSC. I'm more of a, like, and this is one thing I do appreciate about most Linux distros, is even if they're pre-configured a certain way out of the box, you can just change it immediately. And I know that my wife wouldn't want any missing functionality or anything like that, so I would, I'd probably just do like a Rufus install, with a local account and not connected to any Microsoft account, and then just run like a deboater script or something. Because ultimately, as long as she can access Steam and Call of Duty, she's not going to give a fuck. But say she wanted to install the Xbox app or something like that. In my experience, having those custom Windows builds did break some functionality and stuff like that, and I'm like almost positive that's something she would use. And it sucks. Like, I would love it if she used Linux. Like, that would be awesome. I'm thinking about leaving it. Like, maybe when prices go down, getting an extra drive so she can start familiarizing herself with it. The truth is, she's not a computer person. She doesn't really care. She just wants something that's familiar, and I can't really fault her for that. Hello, Ryan. Is this really what it's like making coffee in the morning? I don't think it takes this much. Maybe a little bit of both, Arturo. I have no idea, actually. I saw the spoopy guy in the window, but that's about it. You guys can't even hear this, can you? Prepare your ears. Yeah, no shit. You want to wait for the coffee to cool up. Dude, is that fucking Nemesis mixed with the alien from Aliens, bro? What the fuck?
It's actually Alien from Aliens.
Sam. Shut up. Oh man, did I close this? What a retard I am. Okay. On my way home. On my way home. On my way. On my way. On my way. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way for Ben. It's the mighty village, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, I'm on my way, I need to figure out how to change that. How to sing open. Probably something in Nautilus, huh? Yeah, you don't have two drives, but since you have a second computer, you're kind of doing like the same thing I'm doing. That's kind of what I meant. If I had an extra computer, I'd definitely just be doing it on there, but. There we go. Yeah, having a spinning drive would definitely make a difference if you're installing something heavy too. Like, dude, you know what would be a great test MX? You should try installing Pop 2404 LTS on there. It is by far the quickest distro install I've ever seen in my life. Takes less than 2 minutes, and then you're in a booted system on an SSD. Now, for comparison, it takes between 5 to 10 minutes for everything else. That being Endeavor, Vanilla Arch, Ubuntu, Linux Mint, doesn't matter. They all take about the same amount of time. It'd be interesting to see if Pop is still super quick on a mechanical drive. It just installs differently, like it handles how it copies the files and how it sets up differently. Speaking of life being strange, chat, couple things. Whenever I do get my new rig, some of the games we're going to be playing, one, first and foremost, Resident Evil Requiem. An old friend of mine from the past gifted me that game, which was very kind. So I'm going to have that shit installed and going day one. So we're going to play through the entirety of the game on stream, but we're also going to make a video about it. So that'll be interesting. Other than that, the new Life is Strange comes out in March, and I'm definitely going to play it, at least for shits and giggles, but also because I'm kind of a fanboy, I can't lie. And then Silent Hill F, gonna play that. Haven't had a chance to because it runs like shit on this computer. And then we're also gonna do Reanimal, or Reanimal, I should say. Whenever that drops. This looks like a fucking NES game. Oh, hey, baby, get your ass back over here, girl. Okay. Well, I like how the road just turned blue. I have not seen that one, to be totally honest with you, but that is a game that I think is good, based on what I've heard, but it has some things about it that are a little odd, but yeah, first and foremost, well, I mean, if I get the computer before RE9 unlocks, then I'll probably just go straight to Silent Hill F. But come February the 27th, if The baby's not here yet. Definitely gonna be playing that. Holy shit! It's a corpse. This game is beautiful. Let me go. Yeah, we're gonna try that one more time. I hate not being able to skip through this faster. Not gonna hear this guy bitching moan about how he don't got no bitch on his dick. Yeah, I've actually been in the anime watching Mood Archero, so I might look that up. Oh, whoop, oh, whoop. I have spoken to many people about doing a podcast, yes. The lion sleeps tonight. Love you, buddy. Alright, press E to interact. Short and sweet. Like I like my motherfucking women. Alright, the skin stapler. The village, mighty village. I didn't mean to open that shit. In the village, the mighty village, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, you bum away. I've got to shortcut this fucking folder. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, Linux gamer. I have some thoughts and stuff for it, but I haven't workshopped it yet, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it, but I'll for sure if I decide to, I'll put a PSA out in the chat. The lion sleep. I waiting for my prefix to load. Yeah, the lion sleep at night. Do I want VC Readus 2015 or 2022? Absolutely. Motherfucker. Oh yeah, this one looked pretty cool. High CPU. This is one reason I can't wait to have a better fucking CPU. Alright, if I end up not liking this, I'm just gonna immediately quit it. So, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna put this bitch in performance mode.
Journal log, February 23rd, 1984.
Oh, this is running like shit.
Another night of rot, simmering under.
I forgot the ugliest games run the worst.
The streets are soaked in junkie sweat and bad decisions. Every corner consumed with vermin and vice. Every night, I ask myself the same question. How much farther can we fall? And now, we got some freak carving its way through the city. Leaves skin like paper trails. The streets whisper fear and cover-ups. Me? I just whisper. Tuesday.
Well, I don't usually put it in performance mode because it does nothing for me.
This city's drowning in misery. With everything else for sale, murder was just waiting for its turn.
I wonder why bro made a game.
Who am I?
Well, it's very well optimized, put it that way.
The name's Dick. Detective Dick Slater.
Oh,
and
yes.
I'm the one keeping the filth from spilling over and drowning this city in its own sin.
Slater, come in. Are you talking to yourself in your cruiser again?
Absolutely.
I don't owe you an explanation. What do you want?
She's looking for you. Get down to the station.
Fine. Tell him.
Well, I would assume it makes he sounds like Batman because he is Batman. Dude, everything about this game so far, other than the performance, is awesome.
Good old Carrion City PD. Let's see what the...
Damn, this is good looking. Dude, this reminds me of that old Xbox Live wallpaper. You remember that, Sam?
Yes. I do.
Well, I would definitely only use Gen 2 for Gen 2, honestly. It's kind of like Nix. You can install the Nix subsystem and all sorts of things, but no, if I'm going to use Gen 2, I'm going to use Gen 2's image for sure.
Hello, Luna.
You're late again.
And yet, here we are.
Buddy. No, son. Come on. Why'd you do that? Nope. Tester. Stop it. Buddy, you just wasted that for no reason.
Some of us don't.
Lucky me.
Yeah, well, let me buzz.
Carrion is such a good fucking game. Alright, hold on 1 second. There you go.
Slater! Sir!
Fixed it.
Elmer, you hear any?
No!
These streets will chew you up. You don't want to see.
Roger that, Mr.
Nice. Hello, lady.
Well, look who
Not even a.
shame.
Then aim.
Your loss.
I'm sure you'll.
Hopefully soon.
I'm not your wingman.
This game is great. Oh, is that Mr. Holland, bro?
Coming
Well,
back
I'll
next
be
week.
damned. Nice of you to finally show up, Slater.
If you want.
Okay, Sam.
Who's the kid?
That's
He
Detective.
is.
Detective Slater, it's an honor. I've read every report you ever.
Yeah.
You saved this.
Saved?
Oh,
Which is why
God.
you're gonna need it.
Excuse me.
Knox is your name.
I'm browsing the zero COVID community subreddit, and it's just the most pathetic shit I've ever seen.
I believe it.
What?
It also looks like the guy that played James Bond at one time.
Brian.
Anybody know what the GNOME extension for controlling individual app audio is, by the way?
If you could give me.
This game is amazing.
That's better.
Roger that, Chief.
Listen, Dick. The mayor's so far down.
You're killing me, O'Brien.
You don't get a vote on this. He's your new partner. Now get.
My partner's the killer.
Detective Slater.
He kind of looks like the guy from Max Payne.
Rule 1. Rule 2.
Got it.
Break either rule.
Understood.
If the game lets me drive, it will be the greatest piece of media ever created. Oh, hell yeah. I'm thinking about hitting my sack later too, Arturo. Have a good night, man. And just remind me if you show up in the stream. You ever see me go live, man? You got time? Just let me know.
Another beautiful night in Carrie.
Oh hell yeah.
But I don't regret you, baby.
Oh, shoot,
My
this-
jankwag.
oh, this
Once
is
I have you
fucking
fully
awful.
paid off, I can. I'll be counting the days until then.
Good night, my friend. Sleep well. Drugs? Yes! Bro, fucking noodles. And go into the ladies' room? Why would I do that? I wonder why. You want something that looks like Windows 7? Put Zorin on it. Pretty Windows 7-esque out of the box. Well, and they've got a Windows 7 layout. Otherwise, honestly, it's not very difficult to make it look like Windows 7. Any distro with a decent DE. I know Zorin is using GNOME, and they accomplished it, so you could definitely do it with GNOME. KDE especially, you can make it look like
Get
anything.
your fix at the Quick Fix. This is Hexy. How can I? Oh. What?
The fuck?
Are you calling? All right, calm down. I'll grab the meat from the back and make some fresh wieners. Just please stop calling me when you're in the middle of taking a...
Wow, you can actually see your hands and feet. Crazy. A classy looking store.
This place ever... Ah, jeez! You scared the crap out of me, man.
Oh, I love you.
Cool. Buddy, if you're talking about the hot dogs...
The best meal.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just another night with another creep.
Like a small convenience store from the early 2000s, maybe. It's also not even a convenience store, it's a fucking drugstore. Disgusting. What the fuck? By the way, Sam, if I finish that tomorrow, would you be willing to play Resident Evil 5 again after the fact? Whenever you get home?
Likely.
Epic. I think we could probably finish it. I wouldn't mind getting out of the way. I gotta play through 6's Leon's campaign, and then Jobka, I think, and me are gonna play Jake's campaign. I basically need to get through all the ones I have installed before the 27th. Bro, what is happening? This is awful. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Right. What am I supposed to toast this bitch in? Oh, you fucking deep throat that, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, every fucking inch. Oh shit, I need to cool off.
Stop sniffing me, you weird ass cat.
I'd have to agree, but I love it. Yeah, we got, oh baby, we got the biggest fucking wieners.
You usually have the biggest fucking wieners.
You should see my cock.
Oh,
Don't cross your arms at me, bitch. Only reason he bought that pistol is so you could fucking shove it up my butthole while you jerk me off.
The only reason I bought this pistol so I can show up to your house unannounced and kill you.
Is that a threat, good sir?
Threat? I think there's a better word for it.
Why do they just fucking guzzle it down right there?
What, is somebody felching or something?
Literally. If you were a good friend, you'd be watching.
I'm browsing the zero COVID community.
No, that's okay. I know you don't have two screens.
I'm talking to Duncan on my other screen.
That's disappointing. I wouldn't know what that's like. He never talks to me. Hey, I got a big ass glizzy for you, man.
Hello again.
Oh crap! Did you come in to get one?
Well,
Well, if you
it seems I've...
oh, whatever, man. It's none of mine.
Fucking cat, stop doing fucking tricks. Kitty, what the fuck are you doing?
I'll have you know that this is only a small part of the game. Oh my fucking gosh! Oh yes! Oh! 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 Yeah, I'm fucking good. Oh. Oh. Fuck. What the fuck is right? These motherfuckers know how to suck a cock. That's the fourth customer that shoved that bitch deep in his throat. Dude, it's making me fucking...
Ow.
That motherfucker get his staples or what? Yeah, what are you? Deaf?
Hey, hi.
Well,
Hey,
like
it's
the
from
department store.
Queen.
It's comfort.
No judgment.
You
Well, I
should
ain't judging you,
see.
baby. Why
We
don't
are
you get
both
back here and
living-
gulp up my
One
big
day
fat
I'll
hot
get
dog
out
wiener?
of this dump. Yeah. How much I owe ya?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you should be arrested.
Have a good shift, Blair.
Oh, you're welcome. You are so fucking welcome, babe. Hot dog. Oh!
Shit, dude! It seems you. I'm getting pretty sick of your shit. Whoa! What? I can see this is. Yeah. By the way, you might want to check.
My bun fucking disintegrate?
Great. Now I need to fix the toilet. Just what I needed. Great. That weirdo clogged the shitter. Just what I need.
You're fucked. He's gonna shove your head in the shit.
What the?
Hell yeah. Is it the shit demon from Dogma?
Break's pretty much over. Oh, look at that. Lucas!
Hey, that's money.
Jeez, Blair,
That's what you get.
I wasn't sleep.
You were literally.
God, who cares anyway?
I think that you.
Honestly, what?
Cool. Let me. I'll come back for this later. I should go tell Lucas he can go.
Love how dingy this game is.
All right, Luke.
After
You.
listen,
Yep, they definitely fixed some things. The animation lag is still there from having the minimized Windows applet on the bottom taskbar. Other than that, though, it's pretty good. Sometimes the file transfer window is totally broken. It doesn't have a really good indication of how fast your files are transferring, so you have to look in the system monitor for it, which is kind of stupid. Clicking on certain folders on dual screens is broken, and the icons extend well below where they're supposed to. But other than that, once again, NVIDIA dual screen shit. Other than that, it's totally functional. It just needs to have its compositor fixed so that it doesn't crash. where it doesn't crash, your mouse stops working entirely. So Unity games are totally unplayable, and Proton games will just randomly break. Something that I believe will be fixed in 2024. Eritrix, nice to see you again, my friend.
Kitty, I swear I'm going to beat you to death.
Yep. Good night, Linux. Wait, are those staples in that hot dog? What does the game want from me? I disagree, MX, but primarily due to the fact that Cosmic is good for Linux in general. One, it is one of the first desktop environments. Of course, there have been Wayland window managers, but Cosmic is like the first major DE that was built from the ground up for Wayland, which is huge because we need more stuff to be supporting Wayland better. KDE and GNOME, of course, have already caught up, and you've got the Wayland window managers that are pretty good. But to see Cosmic basically said, let's do what GNOME is doing, but better. And it succeeds for the most part. It definitely needs more time to cook, but unfortunately, when you're developing something like that, you have to put it out and have people use it and test it, so you can figure out what the hell needs to be fixed, you know? Channel activity? Oh, I didn't know you could do this. I can look at channel activity from you guys on here? Interesting. I didn't know that. I don't really know what this wants from me. Dude, I somehow keep clicking out of the window. dude. EBT cash, hell yeah. What does the game want from me? I can't spread my pussy lips over the toilet. Anybody see what the fucking objective was? Time to look. Tell Lucas he can go. So, I have to do exactly what I was trying to do? He said something about having to polish shoes and polish balls.
Kitty, can I fucking help you? Come here. Come here. man.
Okay. I don't know if I'm just any use for it. Make some bootable discs or something. You can grab like a pack for really cheap. Maybe get some FLAC music that you really like and burn you some fucking Epic Mode CDs. Damn, she's hot.
Holy crap. I'm glad I wasn't standing in front of the feeder. I'd better head behind the counter and pop. Hello there. Welcome.
Well, hello!
Creature.
I am it.
Right.
So direct. I like that. Sure.
Thanks.
Let me ask you a question.
You mean like I don't get paid to answer weird.
No.
Total creep.
spooky.
Alright, time to clean the stinky shoes.
Dude.
Sometimes I just love these smelly shoes. That should do it. Where did that weirdo go? He did whatever.
Hey.
I'll eat this back at the register.
No, the best character in the game. Fucked up.
What?
What the fuck?
Mr. Shrimp. We don't have time for this. What are you talking? Blair, I can see him. What a silly. You're doomed, Blair.
Look who's awake.
Mr. Shrimp.
Mr. Shrimp.
That's why I can't.
Yes, well, you don't have to worry.
What do you mean?
I acquired that beautiful skin of yours.
Please.
Shit. Oh shit. Maples. That was nice. That is going to be a full release too on Steam at some point. Very nice. I like that a lot. Yep, Fossilized Replay is still running. Alright, we'll try Don't Sleep. First off, can I pin this folder? I think I was expecting too much out of them. Iberia, USSR, fuck yeah. You know, MX, I always really enjoyed the Injustice games when I played them. I would 1v1 my brother-in-law, despite the fact that he had so much time in that game, I always beat him. There's a game that I played called Melty Blood that's pretty cool. Like some of those anime fighting games are really top tier. Unscrewed a thing, just like Batman, I'm insane. Got the Joker sucking up on top and bouncing on my dingaling. Y'all, I know is that I'm a really fruity guy, and I don't know why, but I just want to eat some cyanide. I'm gonna cry when I fucking die, and I lied. Yeah, my final breath was wasted on a guy. Cock was in his eye. Took the key out, then I fucked that shit. Holy shit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try the first mission of RE6. So we will wait for that to finish, and in the process, finish our unplayed HIO games. That in there, all to summon, and then I can close this. All to arms, what? Ow, my foot. Good question, MX. I couldn't tell you, buddy. Interesting. Yes, baby. I am. I'm not gonna be on much. I'm getting tired anyway. Huh? Huh? Yes, and actually somebody mentioned it. And they're supposed to be getting back on at some point. I do. Peggy needed it for her TV. I'll make sure I plug it up. You okay? Huh? What, baby? What do you want me to do? Oh. That was pretty cool. All right, let's see.
I'm gonna sign off for the night, Steven. I'll talk to you tomorrow, or today, rather.
Good night, man.
Take care.
All right, we'll see. Okay. Toby, absolutely do, my friend. Nice to see you.
Bioorganic weapons are a global threat. Start working with the rest of the world. We have to come to my desire to reveal the truth. I'm going to tell them. It might create more problems. It's time we take responsibility. We want to have any change. I've always valued your friendship, Leon.
Stay right where you are.
Goose, welcome. I totally
President.
respect that opinion. It's definitely up there. Okay.
Don't make me do this.
Oh shit.
It's all my fault. I did this.
What are you talking about?
Tolok's Cathedral. I'll explain everything there, Agent Kennedy.
How do you know my name?
Yes?
Hunnigan,
Thank God you're both all right.
how do you get to know each other?
That's Helena Harper. She's been with the Secret Service since last year. I can't tell you how good it is to hear you two are all right. Look, I hate to rush introductions, but I need a report on your situation.
I just shot the president.
He had already been infected by the time we found him. Leon did what he had to. He saved my life.
God help us. All right.
Yeah, I can't see through that cutscene. I just don't care. Seen it before. I have not tried Pika because it's a very recent release distro, so that's something that I'd be more interested in trying after it's had some time. A longer development. I generally try to stay away from anything that hasn't been around for about 5 years or more. I prefer the distros with long-standing histories and stuff like that, of course.
Adam, I'm sorry.
But Pika is pretty cool, gotta say.
So what's so special about this church? You have some sins to confess?
It's hard to explain. If I don't tell you at the cathedral, you may not believe me.
It's like running on the wrong GPU or something.
You're gonna tell me everything once we get to the cathedral. Deal?
Deal.
Here too. This is getting out of control.
$67% my fucking ass. Running on the right GPU. Doing the same thing God of War did that one time. Wonder why though. What would be pushing this utilization all the way up to that? Might be split locking.
Roger.
You see one of them, aim for the head. It's your...
Or it could be that it's trying to shader cache.
I hope so.
There it goes. Man, these NVIDIA Optimus laptops are funky sometimes.
I can't believe this is happening again. It's just like Raccoon.
The Raccoon City incident. You were one of the survivors.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. We're going to this cathedral of yours. But if you really did have a hand in this, you can kiss your freedom goodbye.
Now we come back over here.
I know.
Get on the mask. Very CPU intensive little game. Damn. It's not nearly as bad as it was, which is why it's running better now.
What was that?
Only one way to find out. Let's go.
No, is the large address aware shit still happening? Oh, this game fucking sucks. Proton force large address where equals 1% command percent. I've got that in the launch options. So this game just has that is retarded. It wants me to use OpenGL, but the game runs like shit in OpenGL. Oh man, I guess this is the one Resident Evil game that does have problems. Shader comping now, isn't it? It is. Awesome. Skip. Good morning, Marco. I mean, it says it's running on the NVIDIA GPU. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Wait, is this actually gonna fix it? In Arch, this would not work. On OpenGL, it would render on the wrong GPU. Another limitation of the NVIDIA Optimus shit. Well, at least Ubuntu handles it properly. Catchy is working better than that. I've had more people complain about Catchy being a busted piece of doo-doo than I ever have Linux Mint, but there is definitely a small group of people in my chat that really swear by it.
Adam, I'm sorry.
I mean, it just depends on your hardware
So
config.
what's so
There's
special
so many,
about this church?
so many things.
You have some sins to confess?
It's hard to explain. If I don't tell you at the cathedral...
Like, for me, Catchy's custom kernel runs like shit.
You're gonna tell me everything once we get to the cathedral. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, so running this at OpenGL actually works. I'll tell you, if I was going to use Arch, it would either be Vanilla Arch or Endeavor. If I wanted user-friendly Arch, it would be Garuda, not Catchy. And generally speaking, I'm fine sticking to the long-standing big players in the game.
You see one of them, aim for the head. It's your best bet.
Got it.
I need to send this to Jobka too. This
is where the reception was gonna be.
fix for it.
They'd all be here eating dinner right now if...
You think anyone survived?
But you have to run the game at OpenGL. At least it works here.
so.
It did not work in Arch. Yeah, hello, Rixie.
I can't believe this is happening again.
It's funny too,
Just
because
like
this is
Raccoon.
like one of the
The Raccoon City incident. You were one of the survivors.
one of the games of the series
Yeah.
that is less
I'll
beloved.
never forget it. We're going to
And
this
yet it is the
cathedral
most
of
broken
yours.
one.
But if you really did have a hand in this, you can kiss your freedom goodbye.
I know. What was that?
On the mouse contour.
Only one way to find out. Let's go.
I'm glad to hear it, Marco.
In the back.
My experience with Fedora hasn't been very positive, but that's because it really doesn't like the NVIDIA Optimus setup.
Okay.
This game has dog shit load times, I'll say that. Well, don't get me wrong, Marco. It works. It just doesn't work well because their NVIDIA driver sucks balls. I've always had issues in Fedora with NVIDIA, though. Like, they've definitely streamlined the process to get it to work. It is easier now.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Just run a single command and you're good to go. But it's missing a lot of functionality compared to Ubuntu and Arch.
What was that sound?
If I was ever going to use Fedora, it would definitely be Kino Lite.
Oh god.
But at that rate, I would probably just learn NixOS.
You're scared.
I gotta give props to the Ubuntu driver team, though. Their NVIDIA driver is excellent.
Stay sharp.
Very grateful to them for actually releasing 590 in the official Ubuntu repositories, making it accessible for everybody that needed it, because it just didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. It took like a month they had it. One good thing about Ubuntu upgrading their model packages.
We need to find her.
We will. Just stay close.
Thank you.
Get out the basket. Okay.
Liz. Liz.
Wonder how much time we have before these corpses are on their feet.
I wonder if that means Risk of Rain 2 would run an OpenGL on the NVIDIA driver since it works here.
It's your daddy, Liz.
Man, this game has the longest shader caching I've ever seen. On ProtonDB, people saying it takes up to 25 fucking minutes. Yeah, in my experience, it's only on certain distros. Does the distro maintainer maintain their NVIDIA driver properly?
You alright?
Do they allow you to install from multiple different drivers?
I will be once I
Ubuntu
find
has
that
like
daughter.
everything from 550 all the way up to 590 open kernel module, open and proprietary up to
Unless she's
580.
here
You just
somewhere.
pick whichever one you want. Arch Linux, same thing. Pick open kernel module or proprietary. Although it will install the open kernel module driver regardless, because proprietary no longer supports. Well, it's not a thing anymore.
We'll need to get the elevator.
Ubuntu and Arch both configure environment variables properly.
I've got the keys.
I'm talking about
Once we're
Optimus,
in,
of course,
we
so
can
a
take
lot
my
of these
car.
issues don't exist on NVIDIA desktops
Thanks.
anyway.
Now let's find Liz and get the
I
hell
would
out of
think
here.
the Fedora NVIDIA driver would probably be perfectly fine for that.
Liz? Liz, is that you?
But outside of that, yeah, it just depends. Those environment variables are super important. Something that a lot of people don't think about, but if those are fucked up, it fucks everything up. But it's great that we live in a world where you have distros auto-installing this driver and the open kernel module version. And we live in a world where you can pull that NVIDIA driver in with a single command in just about any meaningful distro. I hope that Debian eventually makes the newer NVIDIA drivers easily accessible. The older ones are easy to install. You have to enable, I think, the repository in it, the non-free. Which is supposed to be enabled out of the box, and it's not for some reason. But no, I'm so comfortable with NVIDIA. I have absolutely no reservations that the computer I buy is going to have an NVIDIA GPU for sure. Okay?
Liz!
Hi, baby.
Dad, where are Mom and Liam?
They're dead,
They
honey.
already got out.
They're dead.
They're waiting for us at home.
How do we get out of this place?
Yeah, at Respawn, I don't know if you saw, but they actually finally have the Debian testing KDE ISO back up after months of it being broken. Debian is like really cool. It's just Ubuntu is, and like just not like the distribution Ubuntu in and of itself, but like the Ubuntu base and like Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Linux Mint, Pop OS. They make it so easy because they just host these drivers in the repos. It is so easy. You don't have to go out of your way to do anything.
Let's get this out of our way.
You just install it. If it doesn't already auto-install, which Pop! OS has an NVIDIA image, Ubuntu auto-installs NVIDIA driver 590.
I'm glad you guys were here.
Linux Mint has the driver manager and access to the repos too, so you just sudo apt install NVIDIA-driver- or what the fuck ever. And it's more up to date. Like, yeah, I don't know. I like having up-to-date distros, but I don't necessarily want them to be the most cutting edge. Which is kind of where I like the Ubuntu Pop are in like a good spot in my opinion. Like they are mostly up. They're like Fedora. Fedora is like super up to date, but it's not like Arch, right? These load times are dookie. So give me something that's a couple months out of date, and I'm happy with that. They were right, man. Load times are fucking atrocious. Yeah, well, I mean, Fedora and Ubuntu and most of the distros like that now are staying mostly up to date. I mean, Fedora was always kind of like that because it is the test bed for Red Hat after all.
It's going to be okay.
But like Ubuntu comes with the latest NVIDIA driver. It has 6.17 kernel. Ubuntu, well, okay, we're talking about Ubuntu non-LTS, so Ubuntu 25.10. But apparently they're supposed to be changing that release model to be released every 6 months anyway.
Liz?
Fucking vape worked, but I dropped it and it stopped working. Or like barely exists Linux. This game definitely looks different in OpenGL.
She's already gone! Shoot her!
But...
Dude, Helena's fucking useless. Hello, Reno.
I can't believe this.
Well, get used to it. It's either them or us, and they don't hesitate.
Why did this have to happen? I don't think we're alone in here.
Elena, grab your gun.
Shit! Don't let him in!
Nah, kick him. Kick it. Just kick that. What a bitch.
That's our cue to get the hell out of here.
What are you doing, buddy?
I couldn't agree more.
Yes, Best of Goose Lane compilation? Fuck yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Baby? Are you okay? What's wrong? Like nauseous? Go to the bathroom? No, I know, but that's what I was asking. Everything good? You uncomfortable at your stomach? What way, baby? Pay attention to your body and the way you feel. Sure, you are trans. Got it, okay? Nauseous when you got up, or hit you? Let me finish up what I'm doing. I'll come later.
He said it was some sort of fog. If this thing spread in gas form, then anyone who breathed it in got infected.
That would mean everyone on campus.
Yeah. But then why is it so quiet? I've got a bad feeling about this. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Gosh, hard to see. By the way, chat, later today, probably going to be finishing RE5. I fucking knew he was going to cut. Much better.
I wonder if there are any survivors.
gosh, these fucking controls.
Roger. Get to the security gate. It'll lead you off the campus.
Alright, baby. You okay? Sure? Así que voy. Alright, chat. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna send this command to Jobka when he decides he wants to play it. And I'm gonna have to call it. Where's he at? But I will be up earlier, so. But yeah, until then, chat. Thank you for being here. I'll be live later. Hasta luego.